If you clicked onto this video or are subscribed to the channel, you most likely know or have heard of the group 2Hype. The group uploads a lot of IRL basketball content, both on their group channel and their individual channels. And on their individual channels, they all have uploaded their fair share of 1v1s. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I've calculated all of the members' 1v1 stats and their win-loss records. So in this video, we are going to pull out each member's stats and rank them to find out who the best 1v1 player is in the group. And we are using three things to determine this: their field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, and their records. Now keep in mind that all of these numbers that you are about to see are up to date as of July 6, 2020. Yes, I have gone through and watched everyone's new 1v1s that they've uploaded since their individual videos have been made, so everything's up to date, and with all that being said, let's get into it. First, I want to give each member an abbreviated breakdown of their games. And on the left side of your screen, I'm going to pull up their averages as well as their best wins and their worst losses. So we're starting off with Jidel. Jidel is one of the most consistent shooters in the group. He's got a nice mid-range game, he loves his fadeaways, he can finish in contact at the rim, his defense on the perimeter isn't the best, he gets beat off the dribble quite a bit, but he's good at making his opponents take tough shots because he's good at contesting them. His best wins are against Moochie, Jesser, and LSK, and his worst losses are against Jesser and TD Presents. Next up, we have Zach TTG. Zach is also one of the most consistent shooters in the group, and you don't want to leave him open. He has some tight handles, and he's got an explosive launch out of his size-ups, which allows him to get to the rack quickly. He always attacks the rim with intensity, and he's very athletic, so this helps his efficiency at the rim. His defense is solid if he's giving it his all. He can cut his opponents off to the rim and make them feel uncomfortable. His best wins are against Kenny Chow and Jesser, and his worst losses are against T-Jazz and Jesser. Now moving on to Mopey. He's not really a basketball player, his main sport is soccer, he pretty much just plays for fun and entertainment. He can't really shoot that well, he doesn't have handles, he doesn't finish well at the rim, and his defense isn't great. His best win is against Kenny Chow, and his worst losses are against Brie Martinez and Flight Reacts. Next up we have Cash Nasty. Cash is known for his defense, he's a lockdown on the perimeter, and his rim protection is solid. He gets a lot of blocks. He likes to shoot threes to the top of the key, and he hits them at a good rate. He's also been working on his handles, and they've gotten a lot better. Cash likes to drive to his left and use his strength to get an easy lay-in. And finally, he plays bully ball down low, and his go-to post spin often leads to a guaranteed bucket. His best wins are against Jesser, Berwadis, and 50 Cal Mao, and his worst losses are against Bone Collector and Rice Gum. Moving on, we have Jesser. Along with Jidel and Zach, Jesser is also one of the most consistent shooters in the group, and his favorite spots are in the corners. He also shoots a lot of fadeaways, and he's very efficient at them. He has some good handles that he can use to get open looks, he's a good finisher at the rim, and on defense he can make plays around the rim, but at times he does struggle on the perimeter. His best wins are against Cash Nasty, Zach TTG, and Kenny Chow, and his worst losses are against a subscriber and Rice Gum. And finally we have LSK. The man is 6'10", and he uses that to his advantage. He doesn't post up, instead he loves to shoot the ball, and he can shoot right over his opponents, both from behind the arc and in the mid-range with his fadeaways. And on defense, he can stick with his opponents on the drive, and he gets a lot of blocks around the rim. His best wins are against Jesser, TD Presents, and DDG, and his worst losses are against Alex Wasabi and Jidel. Okay, now that we've given each member a small breakdown, let's start ranking them. We're going to start things off with field goal percentage, and I'm going to reveal the order first, and then I'll discuss a few things after that. So here we go. This is the order going from worst to best. We have Mopey, LSK, Cash, Zach, Jidel, and Jesser. So let's discuss this a little bit. We have Mopey in last with a 32.6 field goal percentage, but this was probably expected because, like I said earlier, Mopey isn't the best player, but he also doesn't try to be. Now I want to turn your attention to the next three players, LSK, Cash, and Zach. All of their percentages are very similar, and the difference that spans across all three of them is only 1.1%. And then you got the two brothers at the top of the mountain with their field goal percentages in the 50s. But the best 1v1 field goal percentage in 2Hype goes to Jesser with 57.1%. Now we are moving on to 3-point percentage. Same thing with this one, I'm going to reveal the order and then discuss after. So here we go. We have Mopey, LSK, Jidel, Cash, Zach, and Jesser. Wow. So we have Mopey in last again with 28.6, and this was surprising to me. We have LSK in 5th with 33.3, we got Jidel with 35, and Cash with 38.2, Now before I updated all of these stats for this video, Cash had a 3-point percentage of 44.8. So he would have been in Zach's spot at second, but we got Zach at second with 40.7, and again in first place, we have Jesser with a 47.6 3-point percentage. Now for the final factor that we are ranking the members on, we have their 1v1 records. Now I've put these in order of their win percentages because it was hard to place them without that, because some have more games played than others. You know what, it'll be easier to explain after I show you. So here we go, worst to best, we have Mopi, Jydell, Zach, Jesser, LSK, and Cash. So you can see that some have less wins than people behind them, like Zach for example, he only has 6 wins compared to Jydell, but he also only has 3 losses, while Jydell has 7, and also Jesser, he has the most wins, but he's also tied for the most losses. So I think that putting them in order of their win percentages is more accurate. So yeah, unfortunately we do have Mopi in last again, with a record of 3-12, and he's actually the only one in the group with a negative record. Everyone else's record is positive, so shout out to them for that. And at the top, we have Cash Nasty with a record of 32-7. He's really been posting a lot more 1v1s recently, and he's buffing up his record quite a bit with an 82.1 win percentage. Also, let me know if I should make an updated Cash Nasty shot chart video. He's improved a lot since the first one, and Cash did ask me to make one on his reaction to fights video.
Took the time to do this entire graph. Hopefully it's accurate and right. And one thing
where mine at? Where mine at, dog?
But I'm only gonna make one if you guys want to see it, so let me know. And just to recap, we had Jesser in first place for field goal percentage and 3-point percentage, and we had Cash in first place for record. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It took me a while to put all these graphics together and find the footage that I needed. So if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. I really appreciate it. Also feel free to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss new videos. You guys are the best. We hit 5,000 subs the other day. So let me know down below what video I should make to celebrate. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.